Are you in your 20s, 30s, or 40s and wondering if you've saved enough for retirement? What if I told you that starting a plan now, no matter what your age is, could make a huge difference in your financial future? Well, in our financial freedom video, we're going to cover how you can improve your retirement readiness if you are a millennial, Gen Zer, or Gen X. So stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
So we've done prior videos about retirement readiness for baby boomers. We've also done a prior video about retirement readiness for millennials and Gen Zs. And today we're just going to finish this discussion in our mini series about being retirement ready with my generation, and that's Generation X. And make sure that you do stick around to the end, as I always will give you a final tip how you can be retirement ready no matter what generation you're in. So let's go ahead and transition over to our teaching slides. Okay, so now let's talk about how to improve your retirement readiness if you are my generation, Gen X, people who were born between 1965 and 1980. Now, this generation came of age during a time of significant cultural, economic, and technological changes, such as the rise of personal computers. It was a time at the end of the Cold War. We also had the emergence of the internet and cell phones. This generation is also categorized by a strong sense of independence. Many Gen Xers embrace entrepreneurial ventures. We pursue flexible work opportunities as compared to baby boomers. So we are definitely seeking to have more of our independence than actually just working a 9-to-5 job. Now, when it comes to a Gen X, this is how you can improve your retirement readiness. You want to boost your retirement contributions. Max out those contributions if you're in your 40s and 50s, and you should be aiming to match those contributions in your 401ks, IRAs, TSP accounts. If you're 50 and older, you want to make sure that you start boosting those retirement savings and making up for lost time if you can. Diversifying your money, just like we've said in all occasions, at this stage, it's critical because you want to make sure you focus on balancing your risk and you want to focus on your investment strategy for growth as well. Now, if you're in your 50s and you're getting closer to retirement, you may start to think about shifting your investments to a more conservative strategy. But it's also important for you to maintain a good balance of growth assets because that money needs to last you for the next 25 or 30 years. And it's going to be essential to help you outpace inflation. Number two for Gen X is that you need to plan for your retirement lifestyle. Here, you need to start setting realistic retirement goals. You need to start to get way more specific about what your retirement is going to look like, whether that be traveling, downsizing your home, maybe you're going to be working part time. You got to define these goals to determine how much you need to save and understand the type of lifestyle that you want to support. Next up is that you want to prepare for Social Security. As a Gen X, you need to start to consider when you're going to claim Social Security and how it's going to fit in your overall retirement income plan. As many of you should know, if you decide to delay your Social Security claims, it's going to increase your monthly payout in the future. And that's going to be something that you have to think about, especially if you are a married couple. Another major component of your retirement that a Gen Xer need to think about is long-term care insurance. As a Gen X approaches retirement, long-term care becomes a more important consideration. You should start researching what type of long-term care insurance you can receive, or you also need to start looking at other solutions if you can't qualify for long-term care that's going to help cover potential healthcare costs later in life. And of course, that leads me into understanding Medicare and healthcare costs. This is an area, if you're a Gen Xer, that you have to start thinking about because you need to understand how Medicare works and you need to start factoring in those future healthcare expenses as well. Number three for a Gen Xer is that you have to start thinking about reducing debts and your financial obligations. This, of course, is consistent no matter what generation you're in, but you always want to start thinking about more seriously here of paying down your high interest debts. And that's going to be things like your credit cards. This should be a top priority to free up money for retirement savings. Additionally, you want to start thinking about reducing even your mortgage or maybe having that paid off before you retire. You can also, if you have student loan debt, start working on trying to get rid of that as well. Because if you can reduce those types of expenses before you retire, it is going to give you a much better outlook in the future. Another area that you want to consider as well to improve your retirement readiness is to refinance whenever it's possible. So, refinance those existing home loans. It can, of course, help lower your monthly payments. When you first took out your mortgage loan, maybe 15, 20 years ago, that interest rate could have been 7 or 8% like it is now. But somewhere down the line during that time period, we saw interest rates drop as low as 2.5%. So whenever you get into an interest rate environment like that, you want to consider refinancing whenever it's possible. Now, there was a final tip that I want to share with you, which is one of the most overlooked retirement moves that you can make that can make or break your future. And that most overlooked retirement move for any generation is setting up multiple income streams early, not just relying on your 401k or Social Security or other retirement savings. Very few employers offer pensions these days. And as we know, the future of Social Security always remains uncertain. So investing, working up some side hustles, or creating some passive income sources like rental properties is going to be important and could dramatically improve your retirement security and flexibility.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.